Hey guys, my name is Betterbrick Studios, and today I'm going to be counting down my top 10 Transformers of 2023. Now, let's get right into the video. Coming in last place on the list, we have Power the Prime Snarl. What I really like the most about this figure is the way he fits into my collection. I have quite a few Dinobot figures now, and adding him to the team was absolutely great. And the fact that he's a combiner just elevates how much I enjoy this toy, because one of my favorite types of Transformer is combiners. And just adding one more piece to the Dinobot Volcanicus is really nice. Coming in the number 9 slot is Combiner Wars / Generations Tailgate. Now, this one is just a really fun Legends class figure, and my favorite part about it is just how cool the color scheme is. The colors are just amazing to look at, and he's so small he can just fit into your pocket no matter what. The vehicle mode on this figure is also just really fun to play around with. Being pocket-sized is overall just a really good trait for a Transformer figure. The next one up on the roster is a figure you guys have probably never seen before, and I had never seen before until I acquired one. It is Hunt for the Decepticons Gears. The character never shows up in any of the movies and is only present in the toy line and maybe the comics. And the obscurity and the color scheme is really just what draws me towards this figure. The main reason why I ended up putting him so low on the list is just because of how floppy all the joints are. His vehicle mode is also just a stunning look, which I just adore. So that's why he takes the number 8 spot. In 7th place, we have Legacy Override. Now, the Velocitron toy line is one that I really didn't care for just because of the overabundance of flat-out repaints that were already present in the main line. And that just soured me on it because I'm not a big fan of Hasbro repaints. But Override, being an exclusive mold, was just a real treat to have. I really like Unicron Trilogy representation. While I haven't watched the Unicron Trilogy at all, aside from a few episodes of Armada, I still love the toys. I have the Devastator right there, who is number 1 on my 2021 list. So I'm just really happy to have this figure. That's why Override takes number 7. In the number 6 slot is our favorite gay race car, Knockout. I got this figure on Amazon for like a pretty decent deal, like $20, and I just really like the look of it. It helps bulk out my Decepticon army. While this figure does get a lot of hate, I don't think that hate is justified because I've had a lot of fun with the mold. The only reason why this figure isn't ranked any higher is because of how horrible the clear plastic is on this. The back plate on this is barely holding on for dear life, and I can't even transform it without a new crack forming. So that's why it's as low as it is. In number 5, we have a little bit of a duo, Crosshairs and Ironhide. I got these both from trading with my friends, so I didn't get to keep the hammer on Ironhide, but I just really enjoy the molds on these two, and since they share a mold, I decided to group them together. Personally, I prefer the color scheme of Crosshairs, but I also do recognize how iconic Ironhide is as a character. I just love the way these two molds transform. Their articulation is just impressive, and they look beautiful on the shelf. Number 4 might be a little bit shocking for you, but it is a figure that a lot of people tend to despise, but I really enjoy. It is Power of the Primes Elita 1. Now, I do recognize this figure's flaws. The robot mode is not too impressive, and the vehicle mode is honestly pathetic, but I just enjoy the character of Elita 1. I feel like I could do a lot for this character when it comes to stop motion animation and introducing like different sides of Elita's story. So it's less of this figure that I enjoy and more of the character. And that isn't to say that I hate the figure. I love the figure. You know, I love combiners. This is a combiner torso. The articulation isn't too bad. And whenever I pose this thing, it just looks impressive. So that's why Elita 1 has taken the number 4 spot. Closing in on the end of the list and gaining the number 3 bronze medal is Trailbreaker from Combiner Wars. I got this one for Christmas and I just love the look of this thing. I already had the off-road figure, so I was kind of iffy on whether I wanted a repaint of it, but this repaint delivers in every single aspect you can imagine. I just love the way the black just blends into shadows, the color scheme going down the side of the arm paneling, and just the overall shape of this is impressive, especially for a Combiner Wars toy, which a lot of them tend to be mediocre. So that is why he takes 3rd place. Second place is a character from a video game. This is Fall of Cybertron, I think. Cliffjumper. Now, I had handled this mold before I had gotten Cliffjumper. One of my old friends had a Bumblebee of this, although it was missing so many pieces. And to finally get this figure as a full figure for once was really fun. And getting to mess around with it all the time is just great. I love the way this guy looks in every single pose he gets in. And the blades are just such a fun addition to an already amazing figure. The color scheme is also just flawless. The red is absolutely stunning, and the yellow contrasts that in the most perfect way possible. So that is why he deserves number 2. And for first place, I really hate to do this, but I have to put a knockoff figure. I got this KO Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime as Nemesis Prime off of Amazon a few months back, and I am just impressed. The KO company did a great job knocking off this figure. The joints are a little bit loose in some places, but they can hold a pose. Transforming Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime, any version of the mold, is just an experience that I believe that every single collector should enjoy. I've seen so many Transformers who just look amazing, but have a boring transformation that leads to a mediocre alt mode. This guy is the complete opposite of that. He looks stunning in both modes. The color scheme, while being KO, is amazing on this one. And the transformation just leaves you impressed at what Hasbro was able to accomplish with a Voyager class budget. And that is why he is my number 1 figure of 2023. And that about wraps it up for 2023. I hope everybody had a great year. I know I did. And I'm looking forward for an even better 2024. Before we finish up this video, I would like to make a little small bit of an announcement for the channel. I've decided that I'm going to be changing up the formula of this channel. I hope it's not too drastic for you guys to follow, but I want to focus on a lot of projects that I have started in the last year because I've gotten into like 20 different new hobbies, and I want to explore those on my YouTube channel and not lock myself in the box of Transformer content. I know that's what most of you subscribed for, but I hope you can at least follow some of the new stuff I'm working on. I am working on a game. I have a movie planning to come out later this year. And I just have so many different things that I want to share with you all. So those are going to be going up here on the YouTube channel. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. Just enjoy the new stuff and enjoy the rest of your year. I've been Better Brick Studios, and I'll see you next time.